We've been taught to walk toward things, toward success, toward happiness, toward enlightenment. And so we map our inner lives like a journey, imagining peaks to be reached, milestones to be earned, and a final destination where peace will finally wrap around us like a blanket. But Trungpa's words cut through this fantasy. The path is the goal. It is not a riddle. It is a mirror, one that reflects back the mind's deepest confusion, that truth is somewhere else. We believe that the now is not enough, that this breath is a placeholder, that the mind, once tamed or purified or awakened, will one day arrive. But what if arrival was always here? What if the idea of a future attainment is exactly what blinds us to the beauty already unfolding? There is no spiritual ladder, no invisible staircase to climb. The very urge to become something more is a subtle form of aggression, an act of war against what already is. The moment you resist your current experience, you leave the path. And so Trungpa invites us to drop the idea of a goal, not to become lazy or complacent, but to wake up to the sacredness of this step, and this one, and this one. Nothing is missing from this instant, and to see that clearly is the beginning of true peace. The mind is obsessed with measuring. It wants to know how far you've come. It wants to compare today's stillness to yesterday's confusion. It wants signs, progress bars, rewards. But presence cannot be measured. Awareness does not accumulate like coins in a jar. You cannot collect moments of peace and expect them to mature into enlightenment. Realization is not something that happens after you do enough yoga, or after you understand enough scriptures, or after you've silenced your thoughts long enough. Number realization is what remains when the need to improve disappears. The path is not a road paved with better versions of yourself. It's a constant unveiling of what has always been here, not more, not less, just clear. And in this clarity, something radical begins to happen. You stop striving, you stop pretending, you stop waiting for permission to be whole. The ego tightens when it thinks the goal is far, but it relaxes, even dies, when it sees there is nowhere to go. Peace is not in the future. Liberation is not in the next stage. They live in the direct seeing of what already is, when you stop trying to get somewhere. The true path, then, is not walked. It is remembered. And each time you drop back into this moment, without judgment, without agenda, without reaching, you are already home. Many seekers spend years, decades, chasing an idea of enlightenment, a moment where all problems vanish, where only bliss remains, where the self dissolves and something divine takes its place. But this very idea is the illusion, because it treats realization as something to be gained instead of something to be seen. This is the mind's final trap, to turn even spirituality into a project. It whispers, "You're almost there, just a little more effort. One more retreat, one more meditation, one more teaching." But who is it that wants to arrive? Who is it that resists the now and projects salvation into the future? It's the same mind that created suffering in the first place. In truth, there's no ladder, no finish line, no perfect version of you waiting on the other side. The path is simply this: be here completely, feel the breath, sense the body, notice the silence beneath the thoughts. Don't try to become awakened. See how the attempt to become anything pulls you away from what already is. There's nothing to construct, only to uncover, nothing to earn, only to realize. This moment, raw, unfiltered, unadorned, is the sacred. And once you stop trying to grasp it, it begins to reveal itself. You do not walk toward it, you melt into it. When Trungpa said, "The path is the goal," he wasn't offering a poetic riddle. He was pointing to something utterly direct. There is no goal outside this very moment. The walking is the arriving. The practice is the fruit. The silence you sit in now, the awareness noticing these words, this is the destination you were promised all along. There's no arrival because there's nowhere else to get to. Everything you were looking for, clarity, peace, truth, was never lost. It was simply covered by seeking. The more you let go of becoming, the more being reveals itself, not as something dramatic or otherworldly, but as the simple aliveness of this breath, this sound, this stillness. And in that presence there is no struggle, no fear, no distance between you and life. Because you are no longer trying to possess anything, you are no longer trying to improve the moment, you are no longer waiting for the future to save you. You are simply here, aware, alive, whole. This is the essence of true spirituality, not the climb, but the surrender, not the destination, but the intimacy with the now. So walk slowly, breathe deeply, live as if you've already arrived, because in truth, you have.